If Park was here, who you think the girl would have been with in a shocking turn of events that fleeing new evidence has come to light that has all but confirmed that Jay-Z and Diddy performed the hit on Tupac. But why? What is this evidence? What possible motivations could they have had? Well, the short answer is that the reasons are more concrete than you think. You'll be shocked to learn what really happened. So watch on. Rumors have been circulating that rapper Jay-Z was so jealous of Tupac Shakur that he wanted to get rid of him so he could take his place as the top rapper. Recently, new evidence has been discovered that seems to support this claim. Billboard magazine recently named Jay-Z the greatest rapper of all time, while Tupac didn't even make it into the top three. This caused fans to question whether Jay-Z bribed or manipulated his way to the top, and whether Tupac's death played a role in his rise to success. Insiders have pointed out that Jay had a lot to gain from Tupac's death, adding fuel to the speculation. But did he have a hand in getting rid of Tupac Shakur? Well, according to Big Jip from Goody Mob, there's some serious tea to spill on this topic. Who would do it the most? You still okay? You can't do no movies, you can't do a part. We're doing, come on, how can you be better than the pop you one-shot Charlie Chip? Recently sat down with Art of Dialogue and spilled some piping hot tea on what could have gone down. He thinks that if Tupac was still alive today, Queen Bey herself would be in a romantic relationship with him, not her hubby. JC Jiff explained that Tupac had a natural edge and swagger that Jay-Z just couldn't match. And that's the only reason he's ranked higher than Tupac on the greatest rappers of all time list. But let's be real, you can't beat the heart that Tupac brought to the game. The only reason why you inching Jay past Tupac is because he got goddamn Beyonce chip. Reason you take balance away then. Bar for bar, yeah, he might rap better than Pac, but Pac came with a heart that's different. That's just different. You can never beat the heart, bro. Jib even compared the difference in their styles to the legendary basketball players Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Jordan was technical, but LeBron was a straight-up beauty. And just like that, Tupac had that same gangster edge that Jay-Z could never match. Just like the difference between Jordan and LeBron. Chip continued. Jordan technical, that MF or technical cool. LeBron's gangster goonship, two different styles. If Pac was here, who do you think the girl would have been with? But that's not us. Jeb also thinks that if Tupac was still with us, he would have smoked everything. Walking, the man was a triple threat, and nobody can deny his impact on hip-hop. And let's not forget, he was branching out into acting at the time of his death. Can you imagine what he could have accomplished if he had lived? But here's where things get really interesting. Jib claims that Tupac had a way with the ladies, and if he was still alive today, he would have gone after Beyonce, just like he went after Jada Pinkett, Faith Evans, Aaliyah, and Lisa Left Eye. And let's be real, if Tupac wanted bands, he would have gotten her. Nobody ever recorded as fast as him, put out as many songs as him. When Baby the Girls didn't love you like that until you got the money, man. Now don't get it twisted, all about just saying he was just some girl in the game. Could have went after her too, that's all I was saying. And all I'm saying is he was a phenomenon before the industry understood what he was. He was a rapper that was trained in acting so personally. He came with a skill that we didn't even have in the game at the time. Chip further explained. He never talked about buying a girl, nothing. But he had them all. As for Biggie Smalls, when the Los Angeles Times revealed that the Notorious Bake had paid gang members $1 million to kill Tupac Shakur and supply the gun used in his 1996 murder, it was a massive shock to the public. An investigative article published by Chuck Phillips, who has covered the murder extensively and spent over a year studying the case, has come to light, describing the events leading up to Shakur's deadly shooting. The Times article claims that East Coast rapper Christopher Wallace met with many Crips in Las Vegas on the night of the massacre. Phillips claims that Big not only agreed to pay the killers, but also insisted they use his gun, a loaded .40 caliber Glock pistol that he then placed on the table, citing anonymous gang members. The revelation of Biggie was shocking to me, Phillips told NTV News on Thursday. When this came up, I was just, I don't believe it. so I went about trying to disprove it in various ways with various sources. And that's not what happened when I ended up writing, is what happened to Orlando Anderson, a member of the Crips gang who has long been suspected of killing Shaker, is said to have done the deed. According to Phillips, the report claims that Anderson and other Crips plotted the murder in vengeance for a beating Anderson received earlier that evening from Shaker, Mary, and Sue tonight, and their associates during a Mike Tyson fight at the MGM Grand Hotel. Biggie and Shaker, refuting in Phillips, claims Biggie told the Crips he wanted Shaker dead, so the Crips plotted to kill Shaker and collect payment from Biggie. Biggie's alleged ties to the gang rise from the fact that his record label used Crips as security guards. However, seen P. Diddy Combs, the rapper's best buddy and Bad Boy Records boss, rejected the allegations. If you go back to my stories that I wrote prior to this, I never believe hardly anything about feud. Phillips said, people kept telling me it was serious, and I didn't believe it, but apparently it was. Phillips claims that the information in his piece about the Notorious This Big comes solely from his interviews with members of the gang, despite also drawing on police affidavits and other evidence. According to Phillips, as far as I know, no police ever interviewed about this crime when he was alive, or anybody or people he knew. Phillips searched through videotape footage of the boxing event held at the MGM, the same hotel Biggie was purportedly staying at, in an attempt to independently confirm that Biggie was in Las Vegas. But he did not find the rapper. In addition, he called Biggie's mom, Valletta Wallace, whom he had been friendly with during his investigation into the rumors surrounding Biggie's death, to verify the rapper's alibi. The reporter tried to get her to comment on Phillips' story, but she declined after learning of the charges the piece made. While it is not included in his report, Phillips did mention that some of his informants suspected Biggie was just talking about a good kill when it came to Tupac, and didn't actually want him dead. In the rap world, some people are real, and some people aren't real, and supply the gun used in his 1996 murder. It was a massive shock to the public. An investigative article published by Chuck Phillips, who has covered the murder extensively and spent over a year studying the case, has come to light, describing the events leading up to Shakura's deadly shooting. The Times article claims that East Coast rapper Christopher Wallace met with many Crips in Las Vegas on the night of the massacre. Phillips claims that Big not only agreed to pay the killers, but also insisted they use his gun, a loaded .40 caliber Glock pistol that he then placed on the table, citing anonymous gang members. The revelation of Biggie was shocking to me, Phillips told NTV News on Thursday. When this came up, I don't believe it, so I went about trying to disprove it in various ways with various sources. And that's not what happened when I ended up writing